mean, so you're a mother of two, you're an architect, and I'm wondering how you're combining being a family woman and then having to work for yourself, manage your own time. How are you able to do that?
Okay, being a mom actually, brought the working out for myself out, if I should put it that way. So when I was pregnant with my first child, after up to when it was 9 months, I was still going to work. Yes, with a big belly. And after I had him, it just dawned on me that I wouldn't be able to do the eight
Eight
to
to
five,
five.
yeah, 8 to 5 anymore. So now I had to start standing on my feet. And that gave me another opportunity to see myself in another light. Yes, so that started my whole being a career woman thing. So I appreciate that aspect. And now I had to balance work and then child and then family, if I should put it that way. My first son actually delayed with speech. Yes, we had to, as a family, we had to put in a lot of time trying to assist him to, get his words out. We had to do a lot of research. Yeah, all that.
I mean, I before we started the interview, I was describing how we came to realization that he actually needed help. I remember I was at a workshop where I got a call from the owner of the school saying that I think Kekeli needs some sort of help, and it wasn't help that they could offer. So she thought that we needed to see a professional in like dealing with that, and I it was my first time. I mean, I've worked on different projects where we give support to women who are first timers and all that. I didn't see any of those coming. I thought it was just normal because he could rattle anything that he sees. He could, I mean, at age 2, there he could pronounce words that even at my age in primary school for me, I couldn't pronounce. So hearing that he needed help was a big blow for me. But I must say that it's been part of the journey, which is why we are here. And I would say that, I mean, I do the traveling a lot and you do most of the work. So I won't sit here and want to take credit, but
The
I,
traveling is also the work because it brings it brings in the funds to
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But how was it? How was the journey? I mean, realizing that we needed help the first time we had to see a specialist. I know that you did most of the things by yourself. There were a few times that we had to go together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how has that journey been dealing with managing, working for yourself? Then it was just one baby, but you know that you needed to put in more efforts than a regular parent to do to get him to where you want him to be.
So for architecture, the training in school played a big role because at school we would usually do our works in the middle of the night and then at dawn. So I'd grown to, you know, do my stuff at night. So I will work and then I'll draw, I'll design at night. During the day when he's at school, I attend site meetings and meet clients. And when he's back in the evening, then again, I attend to him with you, of course, teaching him. And when we had appointment, I think we went at a point we were going to Hacho once a week. Yes, we will go with him for his therapy. So it was just time planning, and the the hope that he's gonna get better is what kept,
Drives, yes.
yes, making us go on and on.
The help. I mean, working with professionals. I remember we used to go to East Legon also for some help. And when we started the therapy first, it was East Legon we used to go to. And then before we found a space within Lakeside around, within Adenta. And most of the things that we thought we were doing right as first time parents were part of the contributing factors why he got the speech delay. I mean, it probably came, but I mean, we intensified it with the things that we did. I remember that at age 2, I think I got him a tablet for his birthday, his second birthday.
Yeah.
He always had access to TV. It
Cocomelon.
was largely Cocomelon, yes, and most of the things that we did for him at an early age as first-time parents were like wrong.
Yes.
And I mean, if you can share some of the things that we did that you think that if any parent experiencing that or a first-time parent, especially if you are staying alone, it's just husband and wife in a self-compound, not a compound house. Things that you think the parents should avoid so that they don't end up putting their kids in a space where they may have speech delay, or even if they have any issues, they don't end up compounding it.
Okay, so for our side, the TV played a major role in his speech delay. We thought we were, helping him by exposing him to nursery rhymes, Cocomelon. What we didn't know is TV could be good if you have selective programs for your kid to watch, especially at the age where they need to learn to talk. So instead of Cocomelon, if we had been doing Miss Rachel, limited time, of course. So please, if you're out there, especially if like Harrison just said, if you're alone, this is your firstborn, and talk with your child, and at the same time limit the screen. Do more play, actual play. Would you like to add something?
Like more play, limit phones, and even if you're going to watch channels, it has to be channels that are interactive that get him to do actions, speak. There are channels that we came across after we came to the realization that he needed help, that if we had known from the beginning, it would have made things way better for Kekeli. And I'm saying this because we all think that the screen is a better way to keep the kids away. When people meet us and they hear Kekeli, they go like, did you give birth to him outside?
Yes,
Was he
I
born in the
remember.
US?
Yes,
He has an accent because that's an acquired accent from watching TV. And people think that he speaks very well. He speaks English fluently. And another thing that you could also do as parent is also to try to speak a local language with them. It's far more easier if both of you speak the same local language. It's a bit more easier. But in a case where you both don't communicate in the same language, but there's a common language that could be spoken at home, it will be good that he or she, your child, learns another language. And we are not here talking as experts. We are sharing our own experiences with what we've had to do with Kekeli and what we are still doing.
Yes.
It wasn't just an issue of speech. I think once speech delays, it affects writing and everything. And we had to put in some effort in that too. And I'll throw the question to you because you do most of the work. When it comes to teaching Kekeli, I will always be the one around Edinam. I won't say I'm always the one around Edinam, but if you have to pick, it's easier running to Edinam and leaving Kekeli for you. So how has that journey also been, guiding him to learn? I remember potty training, all the things he had to do, brushing his teeth, bathing himself.
Bad thing we are still on.
Wearing his socks, all the guidance that you need to do. Anybody out there learning or struggling with anything of any form of disorder, what can you offer?
So with Kekeli, I remember, or I should say, the best solution is therapy, but therapy is expensive. So I remember we're doing it like once a week, and even if you have the money,
means to
you
do,
may not even get the experts every day to be with you. So what we did as parents, we went on the internet, started watching other therapists, handle kids, other parents, how they were handling. And so we learned a lot from the internet, and then we started applying. I remember how I got Kekeli to start talking. Something like, I learned something on online. I think, for example, what do you want? I'm coming on.
echolalia, how to deal with echolalia if he has to say repeating himself.
Yes. Repeating himself. So before he used to repeat himself. When you say, how are you? He will also say, how are you? So now what we're taught to say, you say, how are you? I'm fine. You say all together, how are you? I'm fine. So when you say, how are you? Then he will say that I'm fine. I don't know if I'm even remembering all those things now, but like,
yeah.
my point is that go on the internet. There's a lot of information out there, and try applying, and it's going to help.
Yeah, I mean, I won't take out therapy. I mean, because most of the things that we had to learn was through therapy. If you find the right people, they give you the right information. Those that some way I should say will allow you in the space to see what they are doing. Because if you do therapy and you stop at home, you don't do anything. It's just a waste of time.
Or you stop at the
Yeah,
therapy office, and then you don't apply it at home. Yes.
Yes, it's a waste of time. And I also say that it's good to keep the child in a regular school, depending on whatever the challenge is. So if it's a severe one, I'm sure the experts will tell you what to do. But if it's speech and minor issues that you could correct, behavior issues that you could easily correct, you are mostly advised to keep the child in school. That's what we've done for Kekeli. Kekeli just turned 7. I know he's going to class 3. He does everything he's supposed to do as a regular student should do. He will have his challenges here and there, but the efforts that you put in as a mom, I'm sure it's part of the reasons why we are able to keep him in school. I mean, you have all the numbers to the teachers. Every teacher Kekeli has had, you've had your number. It was recently I was added to his class 2 class when it was about second year class, when he was just about leaving second year. So for parents who have their kids in regular school but then still have challenges, what would be your recommendation to them?
Okay, so your child's teacher should be your best friend. You should have regular checks from the teacher, and then even from the kid. Every time the child comes from school, you should ask, what did you study today? What did the teacher teach you? Initially, you may not be getting clear answers, but as you keep it, therapy is all about, repetition. Every time it will get better. And you can also engage in extra classes. We did that for Kekeli. He had extra classes to assist the teachers. So whatever they are learning, when he comes home, we had a trained teacher who would do an extra hour with him. And then also we will call the school to ask what we can do to help. And at a point earlier on in his life, we were combining therapy with school. So once a week, he will go to Precious Pearl. It's located in Adenta. They will assist him there. And then the other 4 days of the week, he goes to school. That helped. We did that for a year, and that greatly helped. So talk to the teachers, talk to your therapist, and, ask AI questions.
Yeah,
Yes.
AI.
And the world right now, there's so much information online. So, yeah.
I think we've also had to deal with people who claim they are experts that basically had nothing to offer. And I mean, I remember one situation where we engaged a woman who sent you something. I don't know if you want to share that experience also. So that whilst you are out there looking for therapy, you're also out there looking for people who are just there waiting to pounce on your problems and make money out of it.
Yeah, so there was once we needed an education expert. There's a term for it.
An individual
Yes.
educational plan.
Yes, an individual IPS.
IEP.
IEP, yes,
Yeah.
for Kekeli. And to add to that, we also were attending the yearly
autism event being organized by GT Bank at UPSA. Yeah, yes. We've attended like twice or thrice. Yes.
Since we heard about it every year. So that's another thing that has also been, checking on Kikeli's improvements, because the year we go there, the next year when we go, they realize that, he was this and now he's that. Yeah, so from that workshop, we realized we needed to get him an individual
Educational
educational
plan.
Yes. So we consulted someone we believe to be an expert, and the first alarm was she asked me all the questions. Me, I was thinking that she will, meet Kekeli, but no. And then she sent me a report on Kekeli without even, interrupting with Kekeli. And unfortunately for her, the name on the documents was not even Kekeli, it was another kid's name. So I called and I'm like, why is there another kid? She's like, oh, sorry. So then I realized that it was just a document that she had just dabbed. And I was so disappointed. And I mean, it just hit me that parents are going through a lot because I'm here looking for solutions for my child and you are just giving me a document that's, is not even about him.
Yeah, and I remember that the emphasis was on paying the money for the
Yes,
work
and
to be
I
done.
paid.
The emphasis was on paying the money. We've also engaged other specialists who we can attest that are good.
Yes.
Like they give you engage them. You
Yes.
know that they know what they are about. You know that they are professionals. They know their work. So it's also one thing that you should look out for. Don't just go dump your kid expecting that some expert is going to solve solution. I mean, we've also heard other people talking about church, praying. I mean, to some extent, me being a PK, it's not that I don't believe in prayers. I believe that there's a lot more work that you need to put in as parents and still be praying, but you know that it is a work and a repetition of the efforts that you put in to get things better that really, really count. And I remember when there was once you called, I think he had done something that you were amazed about, and then you called, sometimes I'm in the office and then you call and you're like, Kelly was able to do this, Kelly was able to do that. How do you feel when you see him doing things that you expect him to do? He does it and he exceeds them. What kind of feeling do you get?
I feel so great. I feel like proud. Yes, and I continue to believe in him. Yes, he always like raises the bar every time. So it makes me feel so happy. It means that the work we are doing is paying off. And Kelly is improving every day.
All right. For anybody there who is looking for channels that they could watch or get their kids to watch, any recommendations from you?
For the talking stage, let's say younger kids, I recommend Miss Rachel. Yes, that's been helpful, especially for my little daughter. So because of all the lessons we had from Kekeli, the younger one, I mean, she she benefited. Miss Rachel, yes. And then for reading and maths, there's
Alpha blocks.
Alpha blocks, and what's the maths one?
For alpha blocks for math, and then for number blocks.
Number block
Number blocks
for
for math,
maths.
and then alpha blocks for reading.
Yes.
Yeah.